Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for April 8th, 2015. I'm Anissa Butler, and today we will be covering about Oakland and a man who died in a house fire. David Wilkham will bring us Bobby Christina's drug ring case, and Ivan Davis has the new issues on the NCAA's legal issues case. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. But first, a man died in a fire in Oakland, in the Oakland Hills early Wednesday morning around 4:50 a.m. Firefighters got a call about smoke coming from the area of El Pateo Street and a quarter-sack of Mountain Boulevard. When crews arrived, they found smoke coming out of the house's chimney inside the house. They found a fire burning in the kitchen. Crews were able to bring the fire under control around 5:20 a.m. While battling the fire, firefighters searched inside the house and found a man in cardiac arrest in a bedroom. The man was taken out of the house and crews performed CPR before taking him to Highland Hospital, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital. The name of the man was not immediately available at this time this morning. The case is still under investigation. A shocking video has been released of a woman slumped over the rail in the middle of a California freeway. Police responded to the call of a car in the middle of the lane of the freeway on March 27th and discovered a woman asleep inside. The video shows an officer risking his life to wake her up, and when her car starts rolling, the officer shadows her window to enact the emergency brake. An empty vodka bottle was allegedly found rolling around in the car. "Hey, wake up!" the man shouts, and as the glass taps on the glass, the woman finally wakes up when the officer shatters her window, and she was immediately taken into custody for DUI. A woman was taken to the hospital after being hit by a car in San Leandro Tuesday morning. A woman was walking in the crosswalk at East 14th Street and Dunn Avenue at 8:40 a.m. when she was hit by a car. When first responders arrived, they found the woman conscious, breathing, and walking around the scene of the accident. Initially, the woman refused treatment for her injuries, but when first responders convinced her to go to the hospital, according to the San Leandro Police Lieutenant Robert McManus, they convinced her because of the fact that she was knocked down. Further details about the victim and her condition were not immediately available this morning. Passenger traffic at the Oakland International Airport increased by 6.1% in February compared to the same month last year, airport officials said. There were a total of 730,000 implements in February, according to the airport officials. That number reflects the 15th straight month of the growth in passenger traffic in Oakland, airport officials say. The airplane seat capacity of 974,000 seats increased by 4.7%. And the average load factor for all operations at the airport was 75% up, 1% from the 74% last year. Cargo volume in February was 88 million pounds, up 9.6% year over year. According to the airport officials, at the total of 31,000 passengers in February, riderships on the new BART Metro Rail system between the Oakland Coliseum Station and the airport was up 37% from the Pedicure Airport bus connector. Services at this time last year, airport officials said. Deborah Al Flint, the Port of Oakland Aviator Director, said in the statement, "We have worked hard over the last few years to rebuild businesses since the recession. And it's good to see traffic climbing again at Oakland International Airport," Flint said. With 3 of the 8 new domestic and international routes scheduled to launch this year already in service, the increased businesses we are seeing so far has the airport firmly on the growth track for 2015. Now here's David with the next story. David?
Thanks, Anissa. Bobby Christina Brown and Nick Gordon turned to many different sources to feed their drug habits. The couple's friends told RadarOnline.com in the wake of Brown's hospitalization. Now, after Stephen Stevo confessed he sometimes supplied the pair with heroin, another friend has spoken out to reveal how the couple may have obtained prescription drugs, as Radar previously reported. The couple allegedly consumed Alpitis opiates beyond heroin. I do know of the pills. A friend of the couple's told Radar, Oxydone, no, Chrissy and Nick did those. I did them too, Roxy's and Xanax, and heroin, and not all of them were prescribed. The friends claimed a lot of things they didn't want their name on because of paper trail. Continued the source. Nick was paying people to go to the doctors for pills. He was paying his friends, the sources claimed. I know he was getting medicine, so was she. As the Radar reported, Gordon quit heroin cold turkey in the weeks after Brown's hospitalization on January 31st, but sources close to him say that he was consuming large quantities of alcohol, Xanax, before he entered rehab earlier this month. Meanwhile, cops are continuing their investigation into how Brown ended up in coma at Emory University Hospital as her family prepares to pull the plug. That is it for more entertainment update. Back to you, Anissa.
Thanks, David. The world champion San Francisco Giants announced contract renewals for some of its personnel via Twitter Friday morning. Both Brian Sabean and Bruce Bocce's contracts were renewed through the 2019 season. Ivan has more on the Giants and baseball news. Ivan?
Thanks, Anissa. The World Series champs made a huge Twitter announcement regarding contract renewals for key personnel. Brian Sabean has been promoted to Executive Vice President of Baseball Operations. Bobby Evans has been named Senior Vice President and General Manager. Jeremy Shelley has been named Vice President and Assistant General Manager of Pro Scouting and Player Evaluation. So hopefully they will take home another World Series this season. Back to you, Anissa.
Thanks, Ivan. Finally this week, police are investigating a shooting that took place on Thursday night in Hayward that left a 22-year-old man dead. Officers responded at 9:45 to the 500 block of Jefferson Street on a report of a shooting with a man on the ground, police said. Arriving officers located a man with a gunshot wound to his chest. The man, identified as William Pacheco Jr., who was 22 years old, of Hayward, died at the scene. Police said anyone who has information on this homicide are asked to call the Hayward Police at 510-293-7034. That's it for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at ChabotTV.com. Stay tuned to KTCH 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.